It's the Anderson County Lady Cats versus the Holmes Lady Bulldogs here tonight at Anderson County. Anderson County's coming off a tough 58-51 loss to Rockcastle County Tuesday night, where poor shooting did the Lady Cats in, shooting only 4 out of 30 from the three-point line. Tiffany Riley and Amia Jenkins had 33 of the 51 points. About the only positive that you could come up with for Anderson was that the Cats did shoot 19 out of 25 from the free throw line. The Holmes Lady Bulldogs are 2-10. They're from the 9th region. They're coached by Alyssa Brown. They only average 33 points a game. They're led by number 22, Vanita Lee, and number 2, Adriana Lovell, who has only played 4 games for them, and she's their leading scorer. They're shooting 28%. They're only shooting 28% from the field, 20% from the three-point line, and 49% from the free throw line. Their 2 leading rebounders are April Damon and Amaya Rhodes. And game's going to be getting started here in just a couple minutes. If you look at everything, look at the stats and everything, this should be a win that the Bearcats can bounce back from after losing the game to Rockcastle County. And we'll be back with the tip-off here in just a few minutes.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Hurricane Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.
Miss Sylvia, this is John from Anderson Apothecary. I was just calling to see how you were feeling today.
John goes above and beyond for each and every customer that we have.
He jumped right on it. If someone needed help, John would be the first guy there. No questions asked, nothing. He'll be there.
John just wanted to open a hometown pharmacy just to take better care of his customers.
Well, I sure am glad you're feeling better. We're going to be bringing your medication by here just shortly. Is there anything else I can pick up for you?
If you haven't met John yet, come out and meet him, and you'll like him just as much as we do.
Monica Drury is the director. Okay, we're about to have the national anthem sung by 4th and 5th graders, but I'm not sure where they said they were from. I had my headset on. Okay, there's a rendition of the national anthem. Like I said, I'm not real sure if they're a school affiliated folks or not. Okay, here's your starting lineups. First for the Holmes Lady Bulldogs. Jaden Barnett, number 11. And we've got a number 1 that I don't have on my roster. Number 15, Aaliyah Lopez. And number 20, Michaela Meyer. Okay, for the Bearcats, number 2, Sophie Smith. Number 10, Rachel Satterley. Anna Foley, 15. Number 20, Amia Jenkins. And number 24, Tiffany Raleigh. And the Bearcats are coached by Clay Birdwhistle. And like I said, for Holmes, we've got Hayes, Barnett, McCutcheon, Ware, and Meyer. We've got Ware jumping for Holmes, Jenkins jumping for the Lady Cats. And here we go, and Satterley comes down with the tip. Holmes is man-to-man. It's over to Riley. They've got Jenkins cutting through, and it's a bad pass, and it's going to be out on Holmes. Smith into Satterley. Over to Smith. Smith launches a 3 and is short. And there's a jump ball, and it'll be Holmes' ball. That was Michaela Meyer with the rebound and was tied up. Anderson's coming out in a man-to-man press. Got Barnett to put it in. It's tipped by the Bearcats, tipped again by Smith, and Hayes gets the ball for Holmes to bring it down. She's guarded by Satterley. It's over to Ware. There's a bad pass. Smith picks it off. Down to Satterley. To Foley. Cross court to Jenkins, who goes for the basket. Kicks it to Riley. Out to Satterley, who misses a 3. And the Lady Cats have shot 2 threes and missed them both here. Let's hope it's not a repeat of the other night. Got Hayes bringing it down for Holmes. Foley's guarding her, runs her into a pick. There's 15 Ware, and it's knocked away, and there's a fouls on 15 Ware, and Holmes has a number 1 out there that I don't have on my roster. It's into Satterley. She brings it up against Ware, takes it all the way to the basket and misses it. And it's off Riley, out of bounds. Barnett's going to put it in. Good defense there by Satterley, who lays it in. And Holmes takes a quick timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. This is kind of starting off like the JV game where Holmes had trouble getting the ball down the floor. The JV won 48-13, I believe was the final. This is the second of 6 home games in a row for the Lady Cats. There he's sending a deep pass down here to Ware, who goes for the basket. It's blocked by Foley, and it's out of bounds off Holmes. It's into Jenkins. Jenkins goes deep down to Riley, who looked like she walked. That's a nice pass over to Foley, and there's a foul on number 11, Barnett. Foley will get 2. It makes the first. That is one thing that Anderson did well the other night. They did shoot free throws. And makes the second. It's 4-0 Lady Cats. Holmes gets it in. Anderson man-to-man press. And there's an interception, another interception by Satterley, and there's another foul on Holmes. That's number 3, Aaliyah Hayes. Anderson puts it in along the baseline. It's out deep to Riley. She had Jenkins cutting for the basket and lays it in. 6-0 Lady Cats. Anderson double teams in backcourt. Pass over to Hayes. Over to Barnett. And we've got a foul on Satterley. And coming in for Holmes, we have Nia Lewis, number 21. The pass. And Anderson knocked it out of bounds, and the Holmes player grabbed it out of bounds, and so it's Lady Cat ball. It comes into Jenkins. She's going for the basket and lays it in. Hayes brings it down, trips, and that's going to be a foul on Jenkins. Okay, we've got number 1 bringing it in. We will endeavor to find out who she is. It's out to Hayes. Number 1. There's a weave to 15 Ware. Satterley does a good job with her, and Riley picks off the pass. They're trying to feed the post. It's down to Satterley, and it's blocked by Ware, out of bounds. Satterley to bring the ball in. It's in underneath to Riley, and she's fouled by Barnett. And Barnett already has 2 fouls with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Riley will go to the line for 2. And misses the first. And the second. But the rebound's pulled off by Satterley, who brings it out, shoots a 3. That's a little long. It's rebounded by Ware. And there's a nice block by Foley on Hayes. We've got Meyer coming back in. Barnett with the 2 fouls goes out. Holmes is in a box. They break out the box. It's to Meyer. And there's a steal by Foley. who lays it in. It's into Hayes. To Ware. The Lady Cats are ahead 10-0 with still over half the first quarter to go. Hayes brings it down. Anderson's in a man-to-man. She's guarded by Jenkins. Over to Ware. Guarded by Foley. It's thrown into number 1, and we've got Chesser coming in for Raleigh. Satterley brings it down. And it's tapped away from her by Ware. It's down low to Chesser. Out to Foley, who makes a three. Well, there's almost another turnover by Holmes. They get it down to number 1, and there's Jenkins' second foul. And we've got McGregor in for Jenkins. So both players have a starter with 2 fouls. And Anderson's gone to a 2-3 zone. It's over to Ware. To number 1, back to Ware. To Meyer. To Hayes. To Ware. Underneath to Meyer, who loses the ball. They had her underneath for what would have probably been a layup, and there's a bad pass by Foley. And there's the first bucket by Hayes. Satterley brings it down. It's over to Chesser, and there's a foul on Ware. And that's Ware's second. And we've got number 22, Vanita Lee, getting ready to check in for Holmes. Chesser makes the first. Ends long on the second, but Satterley comes out with the rebound. It's out to Smith. She had McGregor cutting under the basket, but didn't get it to her. It's out to McGregor, to Chesser. Chesser makes a nice move and walks. And let's see, we've got Serafini coming in for Satterley. Okay, we've got Vaughn into McCutcheon. Anderson's in the zone. It's into the middle, back outside to Lee. Lee dribbles down to the corner, brings it back out, cross court to Hayes, to the corner to Meyer, and throws a bad pass, and it's intercepted by Smith. Smith makes a nice move, misses the layup, and Chesser puts it in. Hayes brings it down. That's a foul on Serafini. Got Raleigh in for Foley. Anderson's in the 2-3 zone. It's to Lee. They pass it down low. There's a short shot. Riley brings it off. She's bringing it down court, makes a nice pass to Serafini, who lays it in. Lee has the ball. It's almost taken away again. Good defense there by Chesser. There's a long three that's missed, and it's batted out of bounds to Holmes. And we've got 0 in here. I've got that as Eggleston. That's to Meyer. There's a shot from the corner that misses everything. Riley has Serafini down court and throws it too long. It's into Hayes. Over to number 1. Up to Meyer. Meyer goes cross court to Eggleston. Back out top to Hayes. To number 1, who's short on a 3. And it's going to be a jump ball, and that's going to be Anderson's ball. And we've got Satterley and Foley coming in. So on the floor, Anderson has Serafini, Satterley, Riley, Chesser, Satterley brings it down. She's had a cutter, took it in to Chesser. Chesser's looking for a cutter, gets the cutter to Serafini. Nice pass. Serafini lays it in. 20-2 Bearcats with a minute to go in the first quarter. Hayes dribbles around out top to Eggleston, to Meyer, and it's almost intercepted there by Satterley. 50 seconds to go in the first quarter, 20-2 Bearcats. It's into Hayes. There's a pass underneath the Chesser intercepts. She's bringing it down the floor. It's to Riley, who makes a move, and she loses the ball underneath. Gets it. Now Chesser gets it back, and it's 1st and 10, and it'll be Holmes' ball. Got number 5, Krim coming in for Holmes. She brings it in. Riley gets a hand in there. Knocks it back out of bounds. Holmes will put it back in. And good play by Foley. And it's off of Holmes to Anderson. It's into Chesser. And she misses a short shot. And it's a jump ball. Nope, it's a foul on Chesser. And both teams have 5 fouls here in the first quarter with 18 seconds still to go. It's into Meyer. She loses it, and it's going to be Anderson ball. Chesser's looking for it underneath. The pass is it from Satterley's in to her, and Chesser makes a nice left-handed layup. 8 seconds. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, we got to push off on Meyer, and that's the 6th foul on Holmes in the first quarter. Anderson has 6.4 seconds to go. It's into Chesser. They double team her. She kicks it out to Satterley, who's short on the 3, and that's the end of the first quarter. Anderson 22. Holmes 2. Jason.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hello, Miss Sylvia. This is John from Anderson Apothecary. I was just calling to see how you were feeling today.
John goes above and beyond for each and every customer that we have.
He jumped right on it. If someone needed help, John would be the first guy there. No questions asked, nothing. He'll be there.
John just wanted to open a hometown pharmacy just to take better care of his customers.
Well, I sure am glad you're feeling better. We're going to be bringing your medication by here just shortly. Is there anything else I can pick up for you?
If you haven't met John yet, come out and meet him, and you'll like him just as much as we do.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Hurricane Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.
Second quarter, Anderson leads Holmes 20-2. Anderson has their original starters out there. We've got Satterley putting it into Smith. Holmes is man-to-man. It's out to Foley. It's a lob to Jenkins underneath, who misses a bunny. That's off to Meyer, who almost threw it away. It was tapped back in by Krim. And Jenkins is trying to pick up her third foul. I don't know if she made it or not. And that foul's on Riley. We've got Hayes at the line, who misses the first. And the second. Got a lane violation on Anderson. And unlike the other night when Anderson was playing Rockcastle, Anderson only took 3 3-pointers and did hit one of those. And Hayes misses both of them. Foley gets the rebound. It's to Jenkins. Satterley takes it to the basket and lays it in. Fouls on 21, Lewis. Satterley has one free throw. And she makes it. Anderson drops back into a man-to-man. Hayes tried to take it to the basket, lost it, tried to pass it underneath to a cutting Krim, and it was knocked away by Satterley. Hayes brings it into Krim, and Foley just picked up her second foul, I think. And from now on, both teams are going to be shooting the bonus. No, it's just her first foul, I'm sorry. Both teams be shooting the 1-and-1 the rest of the half. Krim makes the first. And short on the second. Jenkins comes out with it, looks down court for Riley, who makes the fake, lets the defender fly by, and she lays it in. Got Hayes bringing it down for Holmes, who's about ready to make a mass substitution here. It's over to Krim, who's being forced out high by Foley. She stepped on. Yeah, she did step on the line. Holmes coach Alyssa Brown said that their team is mostly freshmen and sophomores, and they are they're really struggling against Anderson. I will find out at the half who number 1 is. Have Satterley bringing the ball down the floor to Jenkins. Thinks about a three. Riley going underneath, and it's a nice pass to Tiffany Riley, who was cutting underneath. Nice assist from Jenkins. Got Ware bringing the ball down. It's over to 22 Lee. It ball's on the floor. Foley comes up with it. Brings it down court. It's to Jenkins. Jenkins just blows right by the Holmes defender and lays it in. 31-3 Bearcats. Jenkins knocks it away. And Ware loses the ball, and we've got a foul on Lee, I believe. It's and Jenkins is going to go to the line shooting 1-1. In for Anderson is McGregor, and Chesser's coming in for Jenkins. She makes the first and gets the bonus. And the second. And we're really close to having a running clock with about 5 minutes to go in the first half here. We've got Chesser coming in for the Lady Cats. Got Lee bringing it down for Holmes, runs into a pick, and she loses it out of bounds. Got Satterley bringing it down for the Lady Cats. Out to Smith, underneath to Chesser, passes a little high, but that's going to be a foul on 40, who once again I do not have on the roster. 1-1 for Chesser. She makes the first. And the second. Got Serafini in for Smith. Got Ware bringing it down. Guarded by Foley, 15 guarding 15. There's a pass that's a little high. Lee runs it down. She's dribbling, takes it to the middle, and boy, Chesser blocks the pass. Chesser gets it to Foley, who takes it down to McGregor, who missed the layup. It just rolled out. And Satterley made a heck of an effort to keep it in bounds, but it's to Holmes. There's 3 by number 1, who's a little long. And it's being batted around, and that's number 40, whoever she is. And that's on Serafini. That's her second. And number 40, whoever she is, completes the three-point play, 35-6. 4:55 to go in the first half. Holmes is in a 2-3 zone. It's out high to Serafini, over to Foley, underneath to McGregor, back out to Serafini at the head of the key, who is long on a three. It's batted. McGregor picks it up, and it's a jump ball. And we've got Jenkins in for Foley. Got Ware bringing it down. Jenkins out on her. It's over to Barnett, and Serafini draws a charge on Barnett. Satterley brings it down. Jenkins cuts through the lane. She's wide open underneath and kicks it into the Holmes bench. She was trying to hit Serafini, I think, on an outlet pass, and she threw it into the Holmes bench. Got Ware bringing it down, guarded by Jenkins. She makes a long cross-court pass to one. Chesser makes a nice defensive play, knocking it away. Scramble forward on the floor. Serafini intercepts it. Brings it down. Throws a pass to McGregor that gets intercepted. Holmes is coming this way. There's a jump ball. And let's see, Anderson has Riley and Smith and Riley coming in for Serafini and Satterley. Smith brings it down to Riley, to McGregor, who makes a bad pass, and that's going to be a foul on Smith, but that Smith was trying to rescue that pass that McGregor threw. Got Lewis at the line, shooting one and a bonus. She makes the first. And the second's a little long, rebounded by McGregor over to Smith. It's underneath to Jenkins, who misses the shot. Holmes brings it down. Ware takes it all the way to the basket and lays it in. Jenkins over to Smith. Riley has it out top to McGregor, into Jenkins. Jenkins back out to Chesser, and Chesser walks. And let's see, we've got Foley and Satterley in for McGregor and Chesser. .250 to go in the half, 35-9 Bearcats. Ware brings it down against Jenkins. Jenkins knocks it away, but it goes out of bounds before she can catch it. And we've got another Holmes player that I do not have, number 33. It's into Ware. Jenkins keeps swiping at the ball, and Ware throws it away. They've got Foley down court, and she lays it in. Ware brings it down for Holmes. She's checked by Jenkins. She takes it to the basket and lays it in. Nice shot. Smith brings it down for Anderson. Out to Foley. In the middle to Riley. Out to Smith, who makes a three. Ware brings it down for Holmes, picks up her dribble, and I think she's in trouble here. If she doesn't get the ball off, there she goes. She gets to Lee, and we've got a foul on Riley. Anderson has a bunch of folks with two fouls. Minute 40 to go in the half, 40-11 Anderson. And Lee makes the first free throw. And Hayes is back in for Holmes. And it's a little long on the second, and Riley tips it to Satterley, being bumped by Lee, trying to bring it down the floor, and they got her on the bump. Be Smith to the line, going to be shooting two. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Satterley at the line. Short on the first. And short on the second. Holmes brings it down. That's Hayes. Picks up her dribble. Takes it to the basket. Loses the ball. Smith picks it up. Gets the outlet pass to Jenkins, who misses the layup. And Riley knocks it out of bounds to Holmes. Minute 13 to go in the first half. 40-12 Lady Cats. And that foul's going to be on Foley. First one short. And the second one's long. It's pulled down by Jenkins. Out to Smith. Cross court to Satterley. Back across court to Smith. To Satterley. To Smith. Underneath to Riley, who misses one underneath. Hayes has it for Holmes. Takes it to the basket, misses. Rebounded by Foley. She's got Riley out front. Kicks it back out to Smith, who misses the three. Rebounded by Jenkins, who throws it away. And Holmes comes up with it. 20 seconds to go in the half. Hayes has it in backcourt. Intercepted by Riley, who loses it back. There goes Hayes to the basket. Shoots it left-handed, misses. And we've got a foul on, I think that's on Hayes. And Smith will be at the line with 3.6 seconds to go in the first half. Makes the first. And the second. 3.6 seconds left. Long shot. That's no good at the half. Anderson 42, Holmes 12.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Miss Sylvia, this is John from Anderson Apothecary. I was just calling to see how you were feeling today.
John goes above and beyond for each and every customer that we have.
He jumped right on it. If someone needed help, John would be the first guy there. No questions asked, nothing. He'll be there.
John just wanted to open a hometown pharmacy just to take better care of his customers.
Well, I sure am glad you're feeling better. We're going to be bringing your medication by here just shortly. Is there anything else I can pick up for you?
If you haven't met John yet, come out and meet him, and you'll like him just as much as we do.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Hurricane Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours, and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Okay, getting ready to start the second half. 42-12 Bearcats. The Cats are led by Anna Foley with 9, Amia Jenkins with 8, and J.C. Chesser with 7. And Jordan Ware has 4 for Holmes. And Anderson comes out in a 2-3 zone and almost gets. No, they're in a man-to-man. Once again, we've got Jenkins on Ware. And that foul is on Riley. That's her third. And instead of firing up 33s like they did the other night, Anderson's 2 out of 4 on threes. And Riley makes a nice steal out to Jenkins, up ahead to Foley, who makes Foley watched the defender fly by and then missed the layup. Anderson's 2 out of 4 from 3. There's Jenkins from the corner who misses it. That's Lewis, brings the ball off. It's back slapped and it's out of bounds to Holmes. And we finally found out who number 1 is. That's McCutcheon, who I had as 13. I guess that's why I couldn't find her the whole game. Hayes has the ball out top. Takes it. Nice block by Jenkins. Hayes to put it in. It's under to McCutcheon, and it's knocked away by Satterley. Holmes to put it in again. Pass is underneath, and it's back to Hayes. And there's a 3 by Barnett. Satterley brings it down to Smith, to Foley. Back over to Smith, who has a long 3, and it rattles around and drops in. It's over to Ware. She's guarded by Foley. Riley goes for the steal, misses. Jenkins gets the rebound on the shot by McCutcheon. Into Riley. Kicks it back out to Foley. And Satterley throws it cross court to Foley, who nails the 3. Got Ware bringing it down. In the corner to Lewis. Oh, there's a 3 by Ware. Smith brings it down. To the side to Foley. To Riley. Top of the key to Smith. To Satterley. There's a pass underneath to Jenkins, who saves it. Into Smith. To Foley. To Satterley, who misses a 3. And it's off to Barnett. Foley went for the interception. There's Jenkins. Jenkins lets the rebound slip through her hands out of bounds on that miss by Ware. And we've got a 30-second timeout from Anderson, who is ahead 48-18. 5:37 to go in the third quarter.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Holmes has it out of bounds under their own basket. They run a pick out of a box set. It's into Barnett. It's over to Hayes. It's tipped away by Foley. Jenkins has the ball. It's over to Smith, who nails the three. 51-18 Bearcats. It's kicked over there to McCutcheon, who misses. Smith gets the rebound. Tries to get it to Riley. It's tipped. Riley runs it down. Cross court to Foley again, who misses. Riley tips the rebound, and it's going to be Anderson's ball. It's into Smith. Holmes is in a 3-2 zone. It's over to Satterley, looking underneath for Jenkins, and that's a foul on Holmes. That was a nice diagonal pass from Satterley to Jenkins. Jenkins at the line for two. Makes the first. And we've got Eggleston in for Holmes. And the second. Hayes brings it down, being guarded by Jenkins. It's out to Barnett. And we've got a foul on Foley. I thought it was. There's a miss by Holmes. And rims out the second. Jenkins gets the rebound. Over to Foley on the side, to Smith, to Satterley. Smith, Foley, and trying to get it underneath to Riley, and it's tipped away. Satterley to put it in. It's into Smith. To Satterley, to Smith, to Foley in the corner. Way across to Smith. Underneath to Jenkins, who lays it in and gets fouled. And we've got mass substitutions here for Anderson. We've got McGregor, Serafini, Lucas, Satterley, and Chesser's going in for the shooter. Jenkins misses, it's tapped around, and it's out to Holmes. And let's see what we've got here. We've got Chesser and McGregor. Yep, Anderson's in a man-to-man, and we've got a walk. I was trying to see if Anderson was in a zone or a man-to-man. Okay, we've got Lucas putting it into Jenna Satterley. To Lucas on the side, to Serafini, to Satterley. And it's a little long by Satterley. There was a palm, but I think the referees are ready to get out of here. There's a double team. It's back inside. Chesser picks it up. She's taking it down the court, and she almost walks. It's to McGregor, who's going to try a three. It's short, off to Serafini. Serafini gets it to McGregor. Back out to Satterley. Satterley over to Lucas, to Serafini, to Lucas, to Satterley. Cross court to Lucas. Drops it, picks it up to McGregor. Out to Serafini, to Satterley again. She a little long on a three, and that's going to be Anderson's ball, I think. Yes, it is. Got Serafini putting it in for Anderson. Serafini lobs it into Chesser, and it's blocked. Holmes comes down with it. Got Lee over to Ware. Serafini's on Ware. And there's a shot over Satterley. McGregor gets the rebound. It's to Satterley. Satterley brings it down. It's to Lucas, into Chesser. Out to Serafini, who's short on a three. Chesser wades in there and gets the rebound, gets tied up, and it's going to be the Lady Cats ball. There's less than a minute to go in the third, 55-18 Lady Cats. It's into Serafini, into Chesser, and Chesser loses the ball. It's comes back out. They're scrabbling around on the floor for it, and it's a jump ball, and that'll be Holmes' ball. Okay, it's into Ware. Out to Barnett. To Ware. Over to Eggleston. And she loses the ball, but it's off of Satterley. Out of bounds. And Holmes is going to have to hurry to get a shot off. We've got a running clock now. It's out to Eggleston. And there's a miss by Barnett. Into the third quarter. Anderson 55. Holmes 18.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Hurricane Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.
Miss Sylvia, this is John from Anderson Apothecary. I was just calling to see how you were feeling today.
John goes above and beyond for each and every customer that we have.
He jumped right on it. If someone needed help, John would be the first guy there. No questions asked, nothing. He'll be there.
John just wanted to open a hometown pharmacy just to take better care of his customers.
Well, I sure am glad you're feeling better. We're going to be bringing your medication by here just shortly. Is there anything else I can pick up for you?
If you haven't met John yet, come out and meet him, and you'll like him just as much as we do.
Okay, here we go. Start of the fourth quarter, 55-18 Anderson. Anderson comes out with Jenna Satterley, McGregor, Lucas, Serafini, and Chesser. Holmes has Eggleston, Lewis, Ware, Lee. Okay, Satterley has it, brings it down. It's over to Lucas, to Serafini, to Lucas, back to Satterley, to Serafini, in the middle to Chesser, and she gets fouled. I was going to say, surely they're going to call that. Serafini to the line. Makes the first. And long on the second. Serafini tries to get the rebound. It's batted around and Holmes gets it. Got Ware bringing it down. Serafini's on her. It's out to Lewis. And Baskets by Lewis. And that foul's on Lucas. And it's short. And Holmes sneaks in there and gets the rebound. And we've got a walk. Got Satterley bringing it down. Chesser breaks out on top. It's to Lucas, to Serafini. Over to Satterley, to Lucas, to Satterley. They look like they're trying to get it into Chesser. There's a shot by Lucas. It's air ball. Nice out of bounds play from Serafini to Lucas, who makes the layup. And that's going to be a foul on Serafini on Ware. Ware makes the first. And long on the second, Serafini pulls it down. Over to Satterley. Coming after Satterley, it's to Lucas. They bat the ball away from Lucas. And she gets trapped over in the corner, and it's out of bounds. And Anderson has Gracie Gooden comes in for Chesser. And Holmes throws it out of bounds. Satterley brings it down to Lucas, into Gooden, back out to Satterley. Over to Serafini, underneath to Gooden, back out to Satterley. He goes to the lane, shoots a short jump shot, and it rims out. Good job by McGregor keeping the ball alive, but it's out to Holmes. And we've got a couple more subs coming in. We've got Baum and Johnson coming in for the... Okay, well, in just a second here, we'll try and get out who Anderson has in there. They've got Gooden, Baum, Lucas, Satterley, and Johnson. And that is Hayes taking the ball to the basket. And I think the foul was on Satterley. Hayes misses the first. And short on the second. Holmes gets through there and gets it, but saves it right to Lucas. Lucas brings the ball down the floor. It just goes to Satterley. Satterley's looking for some help. Out to Gooden. Gooden takes the ball to the basket and misses it. Lucas comes off with the rebound, but she fouls to get it. .339 to go in the game. There's Hayes in there. Lucas steps in and steals it, throws it to Satterley. Satterley brings it over the line. They're going to hit her with a double team. And Satterley's going to go to the line. Anderson's going to get it on the side. It's into Satterley. Tried to double team her. She dribbles through the double team and carries the ball. Gets to Hayes. Into the middle, and there's a loose ball again, and that's going to be Holmes' ball. There's a substitute for Holmes, Krim. It's out to Ware. Lewis took it to the basket, missed the shot, but Holmes still has the ball. Two minutes to go in the game. It's out to Ware. They've got cutters going through, and we've got a walk on Holmes. Into Satterley. They're trying to double team. It's to Lucas, into Gooden, to the corner to Baum, out to Lucas, who's short on a three. It's to Gooden. It's blocked. But she'll go to the line for two. Makes the first. And the second. 60-21 Lady Cats. There's a rebound by Gooden. It's to Satterley. They're coming out to double team Satterley. It's over to Lucas. Back to Satterley. To Lucas. In the middle to Gooden. To Satterley. To Lucas. To Baum in the corner, who makes a three. That had to be something. That's either a walk or a foul, one of the two. I'm not sure which. It is a foul. That's on Johnson. And Ware makes the free throw. Satterley's being pressed by Ware, gets it down the floor. Satterley's just dribbling it out top. It's over to Lucas. In the middle to Gooden. Lucas gets it back out to Satterley. Satterley throws it back into Gooden. Over in the corner to Baum. Shoots again from the same place, a little short. Holmes comes out with it, and there's a last-second shot that goes in. Final score, Anderson 63, Holmes 27. Okay. All right, final score, Anderson 63, Holmes 27. Like I said, our next game we'll do is Franklin County. I think it's on the 21st, but I'm not sure. Once again, want to thank our sponsors. Thank Clint Goins for coming over here. Thank Mallory on the camera. And till the 21st, Anderson 63, Holmes 27. Good night.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Hurricane Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.